morning, everyone. It's 8:43 on Thursday, the 5th, and this is your pre-opening comment video number 1607. So it's Thursday, so Thursday is claims day, but today we had some extra stuff. ADP came out with a gain of 235,000 jobs. That's versus a 153 estimate. Claims, regular claims for our markets were expected to be higher. They actually came in at 204,000, down 19,000. Continuing claims 1,694,000. That's a slightly better number from the 1.7 and change from last week. The trade gap down a bit, which is a nice surprise. We had, we had 761.5 versus 630 even. So the trade deficit was slightly lower, and it was actually still a little lower even than that. So the markets, when I came down at 7:15, were up 36, up 40 in the NASDAQ, up 1. Then after the ADP number, we went from up 36 to minus 25 to minus 90. The last reading I took right after the number came shows the NASDAQ down 60, the Dow down 147. So that's bounced up a little bit. And the S&P is still down about 19. So that's a slight improvement also. Okay, some names in the news. It really disturbs me to even have to bring this up. But, it just goes to show you the regular CEO cheerleader kind of action versus the reality. So I'm speaking about SI, Silvergate, which yesterday was up over 30% to 21.95. And this morning gapped down to 11.66. The last is 12.80, down $9.15, or roughly 42%. The issue is that they lost a chunk of money, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they did not adequately provide an update. We've had the CEO on cheerleading us and actually feeding us a bunch of crap when he never mentioned the fact that their total deposits from digital assets has declined dramatically. They took a major loss. The loss was, just looking for it here, sorry, I just want to be accurate. Silvergate raced to cover $8.1 billion in withdrawals during crypto meltdown. They said that they have sufficient liquidity, but they're laying off 40% of their staff, and they took a $718 million loss selling debt securities to raise cash for that pretty major issue. The problem here is that the DOJ is seizing in shares of FTX and any other shares that they might own and have on deposit, which of course includes Robinhood also. And basically, this is the only way that this company could possibly be any worse was if it went to zero. We've talked before about the fact that their leverage was 5 to 1. Well, that's great unless somebody literally takes it away from you and you get nothing for it. So that's very disturbing. Amazon laying off 18,000. That number is higher than was expected after the last. I think the last was 8 to 10. So 18 is the combination of those. The stock is 86.30. That's up $1.16, 1.4%. RIGE, which is yet another Lordstown, was a SPAC, and the stock today is trading at $1.13, down 2 cents, which really doesn't seem like a lot unless you happen to know anything about the company. And that would be that the stock was as high as 31.80, so it's down just a scant 97%. Futures, gold is down what it was up yesterday, 12. Silver continues lower. I'm actually thinking I'm going to buy some silver again this weekend, but I'm also thinking about trading the AGQ again. Um, we're at a very good spot right here. This is the daily 3 month to give you a little bit better look at it. This has been a really nice trending market. I mentioned it last night in last night's video, but this is a nice running correction the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I would like to see it close above this trend line. If it did that, we'd be looking at a whole different situation because the next stop would be about 26, where it's run into resistance and support, kind of the reversion to the mean trade, which would take us to 26. So there's that. The rest of the markets, grains down again. They were down yesterday. Oil up $1.16 after trading as low as yesterday, as low as 72 and low change. It was down $4. So today it's gotten back, only a quarter of that. Nat gas crushed again, 386 after trying to rally yesterday. The CEO of Chesapeake was just on CNBC. I didn't get to watch it, but I did record it, so I'll have to go back. The softs, cotton up $1.35, coffee down 50 cents, although it's had a really nice rally lately. At least showing some solid signs of consolidation. The dollar is up again. Bonds are down 19/32. So the bonds are down roughly 5/8 of a point. Rates higher, dollar higher. So, bonds down, dollar up. I mean, that's generally the way we see it. Not on a day-by-day basis, but in general. Bitcoin down 25, Ethereum down 2.5, so not much there. And the other thing I would just want to mention is that the 210, the spread between the 2-year and the 10-year, is again picking up some steam to the downside. At the end of the week, last week, we had both been up as high as into the 90s intraday, and following actually all the way back down to, I believe the number was 56 basis points at the end of the week. Today, with these numbers, we are seeing that widen to over 70 again. That's a pretty big number, and it makes the yield curve actually steeper. Looked like we were going to come in a little bit. We did for 3 days, and now we have this. One other note Novapure, MVCR, what a beauty. 133 up 63 or 88% on meeting endpoints for another therapy that they're testing. Statistical positive results. And the stock doubles. Well, nothing wrong with that. The market is now down 147. Let's see, the NASDAQ is down 63, and the S&P is down 21 and a half. All right, everyone. Sorry for the bad news. I'll be